short video here on how to create a custom Lightning UI in Salesforce. Whether you're a Salesforce admin or developer, this is a really useful skill to have, and it's going to add a huge amount of value to your users. So to get started, we're going to go into Setup. In this example, we're going to look at custom UI for an account object. So let's go into Accounts. And then let's navigate to the Lightning Record Pages section. And in here, we're going to create a new Lightning UI. And that's a record page framework we're going to use. Let's call this Account Main. And we're going to do this for an account object. For the page template, we're going to go down here to the bottom and we're going to pick a template with a sidebar to the right hand side. Okay. I'm going to go with this one. Okay. This is a nice clean design. So we're in the App Builder UI. So what we want to do is we want to fill out these three key areas. So up top, we're going to put account highlights. On the left hand side, we're going to put account detail, and then to the right hand side, we're going to put chatter for collaboration purposes. So let's start by finding the highlights component. Let's add that up top. And then you can see there straight away that you have fields that are relevant to the account, like high value fields such as the phone number, the name of the account owner, so stuff that your sales reps will really want to find quickly. To the right hand side, we're going to put chatter. Let's do that. And then in the center here, we're going to put in details relevant to the record. Okay. So to do that, we're going to start off by putting in the tabs component. So we can see here that we have, by default, we have two tabs, which is just going to get us started. So what we want to do is we want to start off by putting the detail at the top. So we're moving the order of those around to make sure that the record detail is front and center for the user. We're not interested in related information, so we're actually going to delete that. But we are interested in sharing opportunities related to the account with the user. So to do that, we create a custom tab. Okay. So we have the details tab and we have the opportunities tab. So next we need to put in information here. It's these are just shells at the moment. So we're going to put in the record detail component to start off. So we have all the fields, standard fields relevant to the account within that section. And then to the right hand side, we're going to put in opportunities. Now opportunities are made available to the Lightning UI from the profile, from the page layout, I should say, assigned to the underlying object. Okay, so if you go and you go to add opportunities, for example, and it's not available, and I'll show you in here, we're looking to add in a single related list to start off with. If you go to add opportunities and you can't actually find it, it's not actually, the information is not coming through. It's probably a sign that it hasn't been added to the profile. So in the related, to the page layout, I should say. So in the related list section, we're going to look for opportunities, because that's what we want to render in the tab. So let's find opportunities here and let's select that. And then we can present information in a couple of different ways. We can either use lists or we can use tiles. And for me, I prefer lists because you tend to have typically a number of opportunities associated with accounts, so it looks nice and neat. So what we do next is we need to save our work, and then we need to assign the Lightning UI to the org. Okay. So there's a couple of considerations there. If you have different record types, you might have different Lightning UIs, so you'll need to assign the Lightning UIs to those particular record types, and you can get specific over on the right hand side here if you need to. But just for the purposes of this demo, we're going to make it the default for the entire org, which means that it's going to be for any record, account record in the org, it's going to use this particular Lightning UI. Okay, so let's save this away. And let's go back to our Salesforce org. Okay, so I'm just going to refresh this just to make sure that the Lightning UI feeds through. So when I open up Burlington here, we should see, hopefully, in just once the metadata refreshes in the back end, we'll see the changes we've made. So we can see the detail in here that we've just added, and then importantly, we can see opportunities in here as well. Okay, and then over on the right hand side, we can also use Chatter to collaborate. So guys, that's just a really quick tutorial on how to create a Lightning UI. I'd love to see your comments down the bottom and find out your own best practices for doing this, and hopefully speak to you then.